read for poetry. This is reading from Saigyo from a PDF file of. He's a poet, predecessor of Basho. Poem 19. Nami no oto u.
That's not it.
What do you mean previous?
The poem you last read.
Gathering the blossoms?
Mm.
Gazing. Poem 18. Nagamutoti. Gazing at them immersed, I became so intimate with the blossoms, and with the falling away and separation comes sorrow. DLB.
Not that one, the one after that.
The poem 19. Nami no otou. With my heart turned to the sound of the waves. I stay up till dawn, the moonlight through the red reed roof, my companion. DLB.
Through the red?
Through the reed roof, my companion. The moonlight is his companion through the reed roof.
Okay. All right, now I got it.
Next translation. Pounding waves are breakers of my heart, so I spend the night in bed with the moon's light that slips in through the gaps in my reed hut's roof. Maybe it helps to read the other translation.
No, I didn't distinguish the words you said. Read the roof. You read the red.
Well, we can read the translations.
You read the red roof of my companion.
Reed roof. Reed roof.
Now I know.
Let's try the third translation. With all thoughts turned to the sound of the waves, I spent the whole night up with the moon coming through chinks in the reed thatched hut as my companion. Harius.
I prefer the first one. It sounds simpler.
Well, some of the other ones clarify the first one a little.
Read the first again?
The first one. We're reading poem 19, Nami no Uto'u. With my heart turned to the sound of the waves, I stayed up till dawn. The moonlight through the reed roof, my companion.
Not reed.
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 Reed, like reeds. Okay. Reeds are grasses.
R-E-E-D?
R-E-E-D.
Okay. Now, you see,
what?
My heart churning is different than all my thoughts.
What?
It's very different. The one shows activity with the thoughts. The one with the heart shows...
which poem, which translation you like?
The second translation you read was all my thoughts. It's not...
what?
It's not the same. It's not as good.
No, it is good. Well, let's read poem 20. We like Saigyo. This is Saigyo, S-A-I-G-Y-O. He's a 12th century Japanese poet. Poem 20. Oshumutodi. Thinking, so loath to lose it. But in this world something we should loathe to lose. By throwing the self away, the self is saved. Oh, he's like an enlightened poet. Reading it again. Thinking, so loath to lose it.
What did it mean, so loath?
Well, he's... loath means...
loath.
Fearing of losing it or something. But in this world, something we should loath to lose.
Risk like, eh?
Yeah, weary to lose. By throwing the self away, the self is saved. So lose yourself to find yourself. You must. They who loses himself finds himself. So loath to lose, what maybe should be loath, one's place in the world. We maybe rescue best the self by simply throwing it away or foray. Saying that one regrets, one cannot yet regret. To leave the world, to cast the self away, is but to save the self. Takagi G60. All right. Poem 21. To hitomo. No longer hoping for visitors, this mountain village was there. Were there no loneliness, dwelling here would be misery. Hmm. No longer hoping for visitors, this mountain village, were there no loneliness, dwelling here would be misery. Seems he likes loneliness. Let me get another translation. Hoped for, looked for, guessed, just never made it to my mountain hut, whose congenial loneliness I'd hate to live without. La Flore, Awesome Nightfall 115. In this mountain village where I've given up all hope of visitors, how drab life would be without my loneliness. Burton Watson, Poems from a Mountain Home, 144. I have given up all hope of having visitors in my mountain home. If not for solitude, how dismal my life would be. Carter, Traditional Japanese Poetry, 167. I hope no more that any friend will come to visit this village in the hills, and if it were not for loneliness, this would be a wretched place to live. B&M, JGP.
Please read the first one only.
First one, okay, poem 22.
Read the 21 first. I like to clear the rest of them.
Clear it. No longer hoping for visitors, this mountain village, were there no loneliness, dwelling here would be misery.
Leave it there. You don't have to read all of them. You make the poem foreground when you start reading them all.
Mm.
Okay.
Poem 22. Wari Nashiya. So bitter, yet unavoidable. Water frozen in the bamboo pipe. And now this waiting for the spring I had spurned. Strange. DLB. Do you need another translation or you get what? Poem. Poem 23. Yama Fukami. Deep in the mountains. I'll collect water dripping from the rocks while picking up horse chestnuts that plop down from time to time. BLB.
I think we stop now.
You want me to continue just 5 minutes? Or will we do another? 24. Yama Fukami. Deep in the mountains. No song of birds close to what we knew at home. Just the spine-tingling hoots of owls in the night. Afore, Awesome Nightfall 20. 25. Yoshino Yama. Yoshino Mountains. From that day I saw those blossoms, branches. My heart has been gone from myself. DLB.
Read that again.
Yoshino Mountains. From that day I saw those blossom branches. My heart has been gone from myself. How's his heart get gone from himself? You can read another translation. Journeying alone, now my body knows the absence even of its own heart, which stayed behind that day when I saw Yoshino's treetops. Since the day I saw Mount Yoshino's blossoming treetops, my body's one place, my heart is in another. From the day I say the blossom on the branch at Yoshino, My heart has been at odds with priestly me. Takaki. Since the first day I saw the blossoms on the trees at Mount Yashino, my yearning heart has seemed separated from my body. Mizaki, Estet Recluses 171. Poem 26, Yashi Saraba. So be it, crying my body into a pond of tears, my heart as it is housing the moon. He's a good poet, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
You like his poems.
Not all of the translations, but I like the
Here's another
poems. I
translation.
don't want any more translation. Give me what you like. God's sake.
Hey, we're almost done. Let's do 27. 27. Yuki Nakao. With no destination, my heart dwells with the clear moon. To what end, I do not know. DLB. End of book. Then it has citations. Selected waka. Selected poems of Saigyo. Now it says selected waka. Waka is W-A-K-A. They may have called it waka instead of haiku because it's the 12th century. Very good. This I'm reading from uwosh.edu PDF file.
This is David Smith Broadcasting.
David Smith Broadcasting.
What date is it?
From,
do you remember? It's Wednesday?
It's April 11th, 2018. Broadcasting from Mount Fuji.
It is 11. So today it is the birthday of...
Of who? Whose birthday?
Yesterday I thought it was 12.
So
Wesley's birthday.
we previously had read Basho, and now we're reading Basho.
Wesley's birthday was on the 9th of
Wesley's the 9th.
Oh, 9.
And we're... So this is the end of our poetry reading on Saigyo. Saigyo. Selected poems by Saigyo with multiple translations. Where is Wash? uwosh.edu. University of W-O. You would think it's Washington, but it's like a Wyoming or something. University of Wyoming. Who's Wash? uwosh. Thank you, uwosh. I'm going to save your translation for the poetry collection. Okay. Bye-bye.